Hey guys, Pastor Chelsea here, and you're watching the Thursday show. Well, I thought this week it'd be kind of fun to do something a little bit different. I want to give you a behind the scenes episode of the Thursday show. So what you also may not realize is that once a year, our staff goes on a staff retreat where we do all sorts of planning, we talk about the future of the church, and we gather together as a staff. And so we are about to embark on that journey. You're going to get a behind the scenes look at all the planning and all the fun that goes into one of our staff retreats. It's going to be a fun ride. We have arrived, and I am here in my room, which I'll be sharing with Katie. Nice modest accommodations. Katie's a great roommate too, in case you were wondering. But we're getting ready to head into the planning part of the day. So each kind of ministry team breaks off and does some individual planning and figures out what's going to happen in those ministries for the next year. So we'll kind of peek in on different people as they're working on things and asking them what kind of fresh vision they have for those ministries. Okay, so Todd, tell me, what are some of the things that you're planning for high school ministries, or maybe something you're excited about for this next year?
I think we're excited about one. So it's going to be an all-together worship program that we're having 5th through 12th come together on, and I think that there's a lot of energy around it. I think the students are going to enjoy it. It'll be the second Wednesday, and our Wednesday nights are actually getting a whole new branding. They'll now be called Midweek for everything in student ministry. So we're going to go with that. We love our Sunday AM. We love our midweek, and anything on Friday nights will be Friday night. And we'll let you know kind of what that looks like. But yeah, as long as we're seeing changed lives, we're going to continue to move and go forward. And I love working with Pastor Katie, so that's kind of the segue there.
All right, Katie, we'll hone in on you while Jason and Ryan are hiding from me in the background.
Oh, lovely.
Katie.
You should have gotten that.
I did get it. Good. It will definitely make it in the final cut. We have a couple people who are a little camera shy over here.
I'm okay with cameras.
As long as you're behind it, right, Jason? Excellent and lovely piece of art over there. But back to Katie.
Yes.
Katie, tell me, what are some of the plannings that are happening for your ministries you oversee?
So Pastor Todd and I have been working diligently on our calendars and finding some new branding, some opportunities to do things together and create camaraderie around our student ministry department as a whole, but also giving our students the opportunity to experience programming that's tailored to them and their age group. And so I'm really looking forward to working more with Todd and with Pastor Tim on our midweek programming and getting to do a little bit more teaching in several different areas.
So Amy and Lisa, I love you both, and I love what you do in our children's ministry. You change lives. So tell me a little bit of what have you been working on, and what are you excited about for the future?
Well, we're working on kind of the end of the year activities that our kids are going to be involved in. And we're very excited about promotion coming up and moving kids from one area to the next.
So we've got some fun activities in June, but then we're also looking forward to and planning for VBS this summer. We're so excited. We get to be back in person together. We are going to take a tour of the CW National Parks, and we're really excited about it. But it's fun how on retreat you get the opportunity to kind of, listen to each other and something sparks an idea. And that's what it was. We came down and Lisa said something, I was thinking about what Ryan said in devotion this morning, and then it it picked up on, ooh, we could do this next year for VBS. This could be our theme. These are the things we could focus on.
Yeah, really exciting.
So I love when that happens, and you just jot it down and
absolutely
look forward to what you can do.
And then just we've been talking about ways for people to become more and more connected, and we always love how those connections happen in the smaller groups that are serving. And so just really looking forward to kind of putting those opportunities out there again and seeing how people can become more involved. We've got some new families that we're really excited to get to know better.
Yeah.
Some new volunteers actually who've really dug in and have been doing some great things, so that's been fun.
It's all good.
And encouraging. It's been
Yes,
encouraging.
very encouraging, and that's the best part about children's ministry, because you get to have fun with the kids, but you get to see their insight and what they're learning, and most of the time they preach. You know, I mean, they say one thing about the lesson, and you just stop and you go, and there it is. And that's a great part. You get to you get insight that isn't filtered through all of the grown-up stuff that we let get in the way, and it is just pure, simple but deep understanding.
I could only get
Do as many as you can. Once you're on one.
Oh, bring that in. Bring it on.
Alright. And here you go. Make it 3.
At least 5. At least 5.
This is your pre-workout.
Oh, Evan's got this. Evan's gonna do like 7.
1.
Smile.
2.
Look how straight his legs are.
3.
Crossed them.
We're getting towards the end of our first day, but we still have one more staff meeting to go into. It's really a vision setting meeting. We talk about where our church is at right now, where we want to see us going in the future. This is a place where year after year we have some tough conversations, but I really see this being the place where God leads us into new things in the future. So we're going to head on in there, get some prayer time in together as a staff too, and see where God takes us. All right, we just got done with all of our planning for the first day. Had some really good prayer times and really good conversations about the future of Colonial Woods and what is our vision for the future, and I'm excited to see how that all plays out in the days ahead. But after a long day of work, we need a little time to relax and have some fun. So we're gonna head downstairs, and there's a bonfire that I believe somebody is getting started. And I also heard a rumor that Ryan and Jason brought their VR headsets. Probably after Pastor Phil talked about it in a sermon a few weeks ago, they were inspired. So a few of us as staff are gonna be playing with that, trying that out. And what I love about our team is we work hard together, but we also play hard together. So I'm excited to just kind of go have some fun with my friends.
Yeah, Kinsley is, Ryan, you want a water bottle? Yes, please. Alright. Her preschool program is tomorrow, and she came home.
Hey, throw me the disc.
Throw me the spear.
So, Chels, we're on staff retreat.
We sure are. And what do you love about staff retreat?
I love the camaraderie and being with people and, you know, being able to roast marshmallows, because that's always fun. But no, I really like just hanging out, some of the downtimes from after the plan.
And Pastor Phil,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you love about our staff?
I like that we can play together, we can work together, but it's become really important to me that that we can have some fun together while we partner in the kingdom. That's always a good thing. So
I like that. All right, well, we just woke up. We are about to head over to breakfast, ready for day 2 of more awesome planning. Let's see what the day has for us. All right, Pastor Dan, this is your first staff retreat in charge of family ministries. Tell me, what are some things that you've been working on at staff retreat or planning?
Well, I've been trying to kind of figure out what I want to do for my Sunday school class, our family ministry Sunday school class, as far as curriculum goes and where we're building. One of my concepts have been to kind of go through what does parenting look like in our family ministry class, what does relationships look like, and then how can we dive into the Bible, and what is that? When we dive into the Bible, how does that apply to our families? What do we do with Scripture when it comes to doing family model? And so we've been looking at. So I've been looking through series stuff, things like that. Then I've been looking at how can we build community? What does community look like at Colonial Woods? How do we do that in groups? How do we create the small group feel within that? And so we've been looking at some different things of going to like the zoo, or doing a bowling day, or having some just bonfire nights through the summer, or things like that. So that's kind of what I've been looking at and figuring out what's the best time and what's the best fit.
You also oversee our internship program. What kind of things have our interns been working on while at staff retreat?
Yeah, so we have 6 interns this year. It's the highest class we've had since 2014, and one of the cool things about interns is we take a model that we're not just giving them stuff, hey, go take care of our stuff so we get a break. We really walk alongside of our interns. So they've been getting a lot of planning with us and seeing what that looks like, how to build curriculum, how to build a model for what student ministry, worship ministry, all the areas that they're in, and then working with our staff closely to see how you can do that when they graduate someday or they go into their full-time ministry. What are the takeaways that they can do to build their own ministry and the resources that they have? So they've been working a lot on that.
Hey, what's up, guys? Intern Evan.
Intern Cody here. And I'm intern Jacob.
Awesome. And tell me, what have been your thoughts about staff retreat? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay. Yay.
It's all you! Come on, Cody! Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Wow! Wow!
Well, we're here on our last day of staff retreat, and it's definitely been an awesome few days of planning, vision casting, figuring out where God's taking us as a church in the future. And a big part of the reason that I wanted to do this behind the scenes Thursday show episode like this was not just to, show you us as a staff working really hard so you know that we do a lot beyond just Sundays. I mean, that's part of it. It's good for you guys to know that too. But to know the heart of why we do what we do. The whole reason we're pastors or we're on a staff at a church is first and foremost because we love Jesus and we want to pursue him with everything we have, even our vocations. But it's secondly because we love you guys. We love Colonial Woods. We love you as a church, and God has really called all of us to be exactly where we are right here and right now to do the ministry that we're doing. But that doesn't just stop with us doing lots of planning and praying and preparing. That continues on to you as the church too, because we need you to be praying for Colonial Woods. We need you to have that same heart and devotion for us as a church, not for us as people, but for our church and where God wants to lead us and take us in the future. And so if you could be praying with us for the vision that God has for our church, for the ministries specifically, children's ministry, student ministry, online ministry, worship ministry, so many different aspects that make up our church. If you can be praying for us and coming alongside us in those different areas of ministry, that's when God can do something amazing. Because we could do all the planning, we could do, the most creative sermons and the most amazing worship experiences, but if God's not in it, then it doesn't matter. And so pray with us as a church that God would lead us into new places in the days ahead, that God would give us specific vision for what He has for us and for where He wants us. And if together as Colonial Woods as a whole, if we're doing that, man, then our greatest days are still ahead. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Thursday Show, getting to see some of the goofiness, some of the fun, some of the hard work that we do as a staff because we love you. And I hope that it connects you to Colonial Woods in a new way maybe that you haven't experienced before. Well, that's what I have for you today. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday.
Staff Retreat 2021!